All right, so you want to explore the really big players in the universe, like the forces and entities that make even black holes look tiny.
Yeah.
Get ready, because today we're diving into this ranking system that's going to totally warp your mind.
Yeah, and what's really cool is that this isn't just like random what ifs. We're going to be building this whole cosmic hierarchy from the ground up. We'll start with things we kind of know and then venture into the truly unknown.
Absolutely. And we've got this awesome article as our guide. It's called Ranking the Most Insane Cosmic Entities, and it's got it all. Like from things that are, scientifically plausible to stuff that makes you question the very fabric of reality. I'm talking about tiers from C tier all the way up to beyond broken tier. Like, what does that even mean?
Well, it means get ready for a wild ride, my friend. But, you got to start somewhere. To really appreciate the mind-bending stuff, we need a baseline. That's where the C tier comes in, the forces we encounter every single day.
Okay, so let's start with a big one. Literally gravity. I mean, it's the reason we're stuck on this planet, right? But it's also so much more than that. Think about it. This same force is what holds entire galaxies together, and it can even, warp time itself. Did you know that scientists actually detected gravitational waves, like ripples in space-time caused by these two black holes colliding billions of years ago?
It really puts things in perspective.
Yeah. We're talking about echoes of events that happened before Earth even existed.
Right. And then, of course, there's electromagnetism, kind of the unsung hero of our universe. I mean, it's everywhere. It's the force behind light, electricity, even the chemistry happening inside our bodies.
It's like we totally take it for granted, but without it, well, nothing would exist as we know it. Okay, but let's get a little more mysterious, shall we? Let's talk about dark matter and antimatter. These things are like the biggest puzzles in astrophysics.
Yeah, it's true.
We know they exist, there's proof, but we still can't quite crack the code on what they actually are.
It's like having this giant cosmic jigsaw puzzle, and we're still missing a few key pieces.
Right. It's like the universe is saying, you think you figured me out. Nice try. Okay, so that's C tier, the familiar, but with the cosmic twist. But hold on tight, because things are about to get a whole lot weirder as we enter B tier, where the universe really starts to show off.
This is where things get really interesting. We're talking about black holes, objects so incredibly dense that not even light can escape their grasp.
Like cosmic vacuum cleaners just sucking up everything in sight.
And we've actually seen one. Remember that image from the Event Horizon Telescope a few years back? A supermassive black hole just casually hanging out at the center of a galaxy millions of light years away.
It's incredible, right? It's like staring into the eye of a cosmic hurricane.
A hurricane that can bend space and time, no less. And speaking of bending, we can't forget about dark energy. This mysterious force is literally pushing the universe apart faster and faster all the time.
It's true, like some invisible hand stretching the very fabric of existence. It makes you wonder, what's going to happen? Will the universe expand forever? Will gravity finally fight back? It's a cosmic tug-of-war with incredibly high stakes.
All right, B tier definitely up the whoa factor. But now let's talk about something that really makes my head spin: quantum entities.
Ah, yes. Now we're diving into the realm of the very, very small.
Talk about a wild ride. Quantum entities, things like quarks and neutrinos, they basically play by a whole different set of rules than anything we experience in our everyday lives.
It's true, they do.
It's like the universe has this secret code and quantum mechanics is the key to cracking it. I mean, we're talking about particles that can be in two places at once, that can teleport, that actually change their behavior depending on whether or not we're watching.
It's enough to make your head explode. Seriously. It's mind-blowing.
But it just goes to show you that the universe is full of surprises. The more we learn, the more we realize just how much we don't know.
And you know what? I kind of love that. So we've covered a lot of ground here, from the forces that shape our everyday lives to the mind-bending world of quantum mechanics. But are you ready to kick it up a notch? To explore the truly bizarre and awe-inspiring?
A tier, huh? This is where we really start to push the boundaries of what we thought was possible. Remember those quantum entities we were talking about? Well, some pretty wild theories suggest they could be the key to something even bigger.
Don't tell me. Multiple universes.
You got it. The multiverse.
I knew it. I've always been fascinated by that idea. What if there are infinite copies of us out there living out every possible version of our lives? Man, what a trip that would be.
And the coolest thing is, it's not just some sci-fi fantasy. The concept of the multiverse pops up in some of our most well-respected scientific theories, like quantum mechanics and string theory.
So you're saying there's a chance, however slim, that somewhere out there another me is, I don't know, winning Olympic gold medals or something.
Hey, you never know.
I like those odds. But okay, let's bring it back to our own little corner of existence for a sec and talk about something else that's equally mind-blowing supermassive black holes.
Ah, yes. The behemoths lurking at the heart of galaxies, including our very own Milky Way. We're talking millions, even billions of times the mass of our sun, all crammed into a single point.
It's almost impossible to wrap your head around, like our entire solar system is less than a speck of dust compared to one of those things.
Less than a speck of dust, caught in a cosmic whirlpool. But as terrifying as they seem, these supermassive black holes, they're also essential. They actually play a vital role in how galaxies evolve and form.
So they're like the architects of the universe. That's kind of poetic when you think about it. Speaking of things that are hard to wrap our heads around, what about these cosmic strings I keep hearing about? Are they like actual strings? Made of what? Space stuff?
Not exactly. Think of it this way. Imagine the fabric of space-time, right? Now imagine there are these tiny little imperfections in it, like wrinkles or cracks left over from the Big Bang. Those are cosmic strings, incredibly dense, packed with energy.
So basically leftover Big Bang energy. If we could figure out how to harness that, we'd be set, right?
Theoretically, yes, we're talking about almost unimaginable amounts of energy. But just detecting these cosmic strings, it's a huge challenge. It's like trying to find a needle in a cosmic haystack.
Right. I can only imagine. Okay, so to recap, A-Tier brought us face to face with multiple universes, black holes that could swallow galaxies whole, and, oh yeah, wrinkles in the very fabric of space-time.
And we're just getting started.
Oh man, I almost don't know if I'm ready. But all right, hit me. What's next?
Well, now we're entering the S tier, my friend. Hold on tight.
Sure.
This is where we meet the truly bizarre and awe-inspiring. Like, buckle your seatbelts kind of stuff.
Okay, you've officially terrified me. Lay it on me. What could be more intense than everything we've already talked about?
Well, how about something that challenges our whole understanding of dimensions? Higher dimensional beings.
Wait, whoa, slow down a minute. Higher dimensional beings. You're saying there could be, like, creatures out there existing in dimensions that we can't even perceive.
Exactly.
But, like, what would they even look like? How would they interact with our universe?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? See, if they exist in dimensions beyond our own, they could potentially perceive all of time at once, or move through dimensions like we walk down the street. We're talking about beings that could completely rewrite our understanding of reality itself.
It's like, how do you even begin to wrap your head around that?
You're telling me. And speaking of advanced beings, let's talk about civilizations way more advanced than our own. Have you heard of the Kardashev scale?
The Kardashev scale, yeah. Isn't that like a ranking system for how advanced a civilization is based on how much energy they can use?
Exactly. A type I can harness all the energy of their planet. A type 2, a whole star.
Which brings us to S tier, right?
Right.
What could a Type 2 civilization even do with that much energy? I mean, it's almost impossible to imagine.
For starters, they could build a Dyson sphere.
A Dyson sphere? What's that now?
It's a hypothetical megastructure that completely encloses a star, capturing all of its energy.
Whoa, that's some next-level engineering right there.
Huh.
Imagine the kind of technological advancements, the possibilities if we could control that kind of power.
It's both awe-inspiring and a little intimidating.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
Yeah.
But okay, so we've got these potentially godlike civilizations harnessing the power of stars. What else is there?
Well, there's another form of intelligence we have to consider in the S tier. Artificial superintelligence.
Artificial superintelligence? You mean like AI that gets so smart it surpasses human intelligence completely?
Exactly. Now give that AI access to a nearly infinite amount of data and processing power.
Okay, now that is both exciting and terrifying. Like, what happens if they decide they don't need us anymore?
It's a question that keeps a lot of very smart people up at night, I can tell you that. The development of AI, that powerful, it could be the best thing for humanity or the worst.
It's a huge gamble, but man, the possibilities. So we've got these galaxy-controlling civilizations and AI that could potentially outthink us 1,000,000 times over. Where do we even go from here? What could possibly be more mind-blowing than all of this?
That, my friend, is where we venture into the S tier and beyond.
S tier and beyond. I feel like we're about to step through the looking glass here into some kind of cosmic fever dream.
It's a lot to process, that's for sure. But hey, that's why we're here, right?
Yeah.
To explore those mind-bending concepts that push the limits of what we thought was possible.
All right, so no more stalling. Give it to me straight. What kind of cosmic heavyweights are we talking about in these upper echelons? What could possibly top a civilization that's casually harnessing the energy of an entire star?
Well, for starters, Imagine that same civilization, but instead of just one star, they've figured out how to harness the power of an entire galaxy.
Wait, hold up. You mean like a whole galaxy?
Yeah.
Billions, trillions of stars?
That's right, a Kardashev Type 3 civilization. They've moved beyond just toying with individual stars, and they're now shaping the destiny of entire galaxies.
Okay, that's just wow. I can barely comprehend the kind of energy we're talking about here. It'd be like comparing a firecracker to a supernova. What would a civilization like that even do with all that power?
I mean, the possibilities are almost endless. Think about it. With that much energy at their disposal, they could manipulate space-time, bend the laws of physics to their will. They could even transcend their physical forms, become something beyond our comprehension.
It's like we wouldn't even register to them, you know, like ants trying to understand human civilization.
It's a humbling thought, that's for sure. But here's the thing about the universe. Even when you think you've hit peak mind-blowing, there's always something else.
Oh no, what now? You're going to tell me there's something even crazier than galaxy-controlling super beings?
Well, remember how we talked about those particles? The ones that seem to defy the laws of physics as we understand them.
You're talking about quantum entities again?
Some of them, at least. There are theoretical particles out there called tachyons that might be capable of moving faster than light.
Wait a minute. Faster than light. But Einstein proved that was impossible.
Einstein's theories are still the gold standard, for sure. But those theories also leave room for particles that might operate outside those limitations. Particles like tachyons.
Okay, but if they can travel faster than light, wouldn't that mean they could, like, mess with causality? Could they travel through time?
It's possible. We're venturing into some pretty out there territory here. But if tachyons do exist, they'd experience time very differently from us. They could appear in multiple places at once or even travel backwards through time.
My head is officially spinning. This is why I love this stuff. All right, so we've got galaxy-bending beings, time-traveling particles, all in this cosmic playground. What else is there? What awaits us in the Breakenteer?
This is where we enter the realm of pure speculation. We're talking about entities so far beyond our understanding they might as well be gods. Beings that can literally warp the fabric of reality itself.
Gods, huh? So we've gone from forces we can measure to, like, the architects of existence itself?
Think about it. If a civilization can harness the energy of a galaxy, who's to say they couldn't eventually start manipulating the very forces that govern the universe? We're talking about the ability to create and destroy on a scale we can barely comprehend.
It's both terrifying and inspiring, you know, like this idea that maybe we're just a tiny part of something so much bigger, something we can barely even glimpse.
And perhaps the most mind-blowing concept of all is the Omega Being.
The Omega Being. That sounds pretty intense. What is that, the final boss of the universe?
In a way, you could say that. The Omega Being represents the ultimate unification of everything. All universes, all possibilities, all of existence. It's a concept so vast, it defies our understanding.
Okay, I think you officially broke my brain. We started with the force that keeps our feet on the ground, and now I'm questioning the very fabric of reality itself.
That's the beauty of it all, though, isn't it? There's always more to learn, more to explore, more to discover. Just when you think you've got a handle on things, the universe throws you a curveball.
That's for sure. Well, I think it's safe to say that we've taken a pretty deep dive into the cosmic unknown today, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. We've journeyed from the familiar forces of our everyday lives to the truly mind-boggling entities that might exist beyond our wildest imaginations.
And if there's one thing I'm taking away from this whole experience, it's that the universe is a truly amazing and terrifying place, full of endless possibilities.
I couldn't agree more.